It says we're live. Moving stuff around still, because apparently I'm not ready. Are we live?
I don't think so. My phone didn't go off yet.
My computer won't tell me. I think we're live.
Okay. Yeah, it says live.
Yeah, we're live. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Hello, Dragonlings. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sky. I write urban fantasy under the name SKYE'S. And with me today, I have Amy. If you want to introduce yourself real quick.
Hello, everybody. My name is Amy Nobody. I am a certified SEO. And I'm working on my first rough draft of my first fiction book. And that's what brings me to do these writing sprints and why I sat down and started doing these goals with Sky, because just to give myself a little bit of accountability and see if I can commit to my goals over the next year or so I can finish my first book. And I don't have any social media or website or anything because I don't use it. So I don't have anything to share. How about you?
All my links are listed below, as well as a bunch of different people's channels for live streams and stuff. Today we're doing a goals chat. Give me a second to comment on this, because apparently I can't do two things at once.
Yeah, this isn't going to be a very long chat, though.
No, we're going to try to keep this short because I do have to get the kids off the bus in a little over an hour.
Okay.
So we're going to basically just do this as a quick live stream. We're going to recap our goals from January and February and go over our goals for March and April, because we're marching forward into March and April.
Woo!
I am in love with that title, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I try. So I guess I'll just get into it then.
Okay, I'll let you.
Yeah, that'll give you a chance to respond.
Yeah, because I can't brain today.
I actually managed to accomplish almost everything except my first draft, which I made a little to no progress on at all. And that was mostly because I got my SEO certification. I'm still celebrating about it. I'm still joking with my family. They're like, hey, can you do this? And I'm like, can you do that? I'm certified. Okay. I'm certified now. I do certified things. I don't need to do that. And SEO is search engine optimization, by the way, for anybody who's curious or doesn't know. And that basically means that I know how to vamp up your website so that you rank higher in search results. And that's the gist of it. And I'm really happy about it. I'm really excited. I am, that leads me into one of my March-April goals, is to finish, let me see if I can say this correctly. I have 3 clients, including Sky, and my biggest goal over the next 2 months or so is going to be, March, April, is going to be to finish SEOing my clients' websites, top to bottom, so that I can then assemble my resume. So that's going to be basically my work for the next 2 months. My work time is going to be finish the SEO on my 3 clients. And my next goal after that will be to compose my resume. I'm writing this down as I say it. And yeah, that's pretty much my work-related goals. It's going to take a while, and I know most of you professional ladies have a website, and if you put any extra effort into it, you know that Google has Google Analytics and Google Search Engine, or Google Search Console, sorry. And the results that they show you, analytics are instant, but my job is mostly Google Search Console, and it takes weeks to verify fixes and stuff like that. So it'll really take 2 months, regardless of how much time I put in right off the bat and just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and do the sites. It will still be weeks before I get my verifications for fixes of issues and that kind of stuff. So it'll be weeks before I can show any results. So it'll be months before I can really put out my resume with those sites on them as examples to be like, hey, go to this site and you'll see all green lights. It'll take a couple of months before everything shows up in the rankings correctly. And so I'm not really in any rush besides my personal rush of just, let's get this shit up. Let's get this show on the road. And in the meantime, I am back to working on my 777 draft. And it's my first draft, which if I try really hard, like I keep saying the last 2 times, if I were to try really, really hard, I could probably actually finish it in the next 2 months. But I never seem to actually try really hard and finish it in the next 2 months. So I'm still transferring that. I know. For shame. So I'm still transferring that goal over from my January, February to my March, April as a main goal because I do want to take it very seriously. And every time I sit down, I get a little bit closer and a little bit closer. And then I get stuck and then I just kind of stall out. And I'm realizing that it's kind of like a couple plot bunnies that I'm running into that I really didn't see, despite all of my outlining and everything that I didn't catch. I just had an epiphanous moment with Sky yesterday where my brain was just blowing up and I was like, oh my God, I realized that I had this problem and then I fixed it. Like, oh, I thought of the correct thing to do. I basically had my characters having a very kind of epiphanous moment of their own, but in the totally wrong setting. And I knew why I wanted that setting, but when I kept reading through the story and looking at everything else, it was just my attachment to the setting. It didn't actually make sense that my characters and the world that they're living would choose that setting themselves. So that was a big deal because that's one of my big moments in the story. And it kind of like got me in the groove even more. For the last 2 weeks, you've been doing your February experiment with your hour-long streams of writing sprints. And I've been getting some numbers that I'm pretty proud of because I've been working on a scene that I've actually been looking forward to writing. Like since I started this story, I've been excited to write this scene. I think it's so cool. So that's the only reason that I've been zooming. And but yeah, I feel motivated a little bit to get back on track, you know, good. Just even if I do nothing but continue to join these hour and a half writing sprint streams every day, and that counts as my writing time, that's still progress. And one of my biggest flaws in life is that despite my 30 years worth of attempts, I do not know how to manage my time correctly. Like I just can't do it. And I've been very lucky where I've never had like a really serious job where I failed because I lacked that skill. And so it's one that I never had to learn and I never did. And now as what is supposed to be a grown-ass woman, I wish I had that. So I do not have it and I still struggle with it. So that's always one of my goals in the back of my mind. And part of the reason that I join things like this and the writing streams, because I'm still figuring out what time management works for me. You know, I've got a few natural breaks in my day because I have certain times that I have to do certain things. And you'd think that I would just learn how to model my time around those natural breaks, but no. It's been like 2 years now and I still can't do it. So, sorry. So anyways, my draft is something that I'm hoping that my time management, getting better about it, will help me actually accomplish this goal. It's going to be one of my main goals is to finish that draft. Whether I do or don't, I'm going to keep writing it on the list until it's done.
There you go.
As a main goal. And I don't know if I should put, master time management, because that one does just feel redundant. It takes too long just to write it out. So yeah, my big January, February goal, because I knew it was going to be Course 6, was to get my SKYE'S certification. And I did it. And as you well know, because we've joked about it on the stream, it took me 5 weeks of nonstop homework. I think I actually only stopped doing homework and went somewhere and did something else or something fun like 6 times over the course of that whole 5 weeks. And like 4 of those was Sky like, hey, shouldn't you get out of the house? Do you want to just go to Walmart for the hell of it?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I think you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe I should just like walk away. Just walk away for a few minutes.
Every time I talked to you, you were working on homework, it felt like.
I did. No joke. I did 5 weeks of homework straight. Because I know I've mentioned this before, but this is a field that I was completely unfamiliar with until I started helping my friend with her website. So I've really only known that this was a thing for about a year and a half. So even though I was getting this certification and I've been doing the SEO work since I found out about it, I started with little baby steps, just making sure that my title tags and stuff like that were optimized. Now I know things. I know.
You know all of the things.
Where the skeletons are in the closet. And, it's all new to me. And so I go slow, on top of the fact that I'm learning, it does take me longer to do this than it would a natural professional SEO, which is what I'm excited about for these next 2 months, because I'll actually be doing SEO work for hours a day and learning my pace and learning my, writing out my own personal lists of what to do in what order and that kind of thing. So I really need that time management.
Yes,
so
you
that
do.
I can meet that second goal of writing my first rough draft.
You got this.
I hope so. It all sounds great in my head. And then I watched like 6 hours of TV this morning. So
I was on a chicken run. So.
Yes. Something about this morning, I was like, you know what? I don't even have to get up until lunchtime. And I watched 6 hours of TV. And I got infinite lives on some of my games on the tablet. So I just played games and watched TV for 6 hours. And,
time management. Well done.
I think I needed it though. I needed it though after my brain's been swirling around for this last 2 weeks, honestly, trying to recover from just where the state that my life is in from doing nothing for 5 weeks. And damn, do I need to vacuum. So anyways, my only other third goal was to get my DBA. And while I did not accomplish that, I did accomplish several on my secondary goal of research. And part of that was DBA, LLC, what do I need to do? How do I do it? And I actually finished all that research. I have a plan of what I'm going to do, in what order, and I know how much money I have to save, how long I have to save it, and I've started putting money aside. So, and so I did not get the DBA, but I'm still going to give myself credit for that because I do have a legit plan. I moved on past the research phase. I know what I'm doing it and when I'm doing it.
There you go.
So I'm going to just follow DBA plan and to remind myself that that's still a priority. I still need to get this shit together. So,
get your shit together, yo.
Right? You've only been trying to do it for like 3 years, Amy. Jeez.
Gosh. Oh, goodness.
And recap from my other February goals was basically just reading, which I failed at. And I think I did read like 5 or 6 comic books, but only like 2 actual books. And considering I've been writing expository for so many years, I need that fiction writing in my brain. You know what I mean? I need to hear how fiction flows so that I can make my brain start working that way instead of just bullet pointing a list of activities because you bullet point a list of information. So I need to do it. That's definitely going to be transferred over as one of my secondary goals is reading, because writers have to read. Okay. Stephen King said there's no exceptions.
Yeah.
So.
I had someone the other day tell me that they write but never read, and I was just like,
Yeah, that's the thing.
I can't even with that conversation because there's just no.
Yeah, it's like saying you cook, never taste your food. Like you have no, you know what you're doing, but you don't know if you're doing it right, do you? Because you're not observing as you're going along. It's definitely something that personally, I am one of those people. If I don't read the fiction and get my brain in that fiction mode, I will not write good. I will not. I know I won't.
What are words? What are words?
Right? Yeah. Somebody was joking about it in the comments yesterday or the day before. They said that they don't do a lot of like word research. Like, what's that perfect word for what I'm talking about in their first draft? And that leads to them using like the same 10 descriptive words over and over. I am that person.
I do that.
I didn't get a chance to say anything in the comment section, but I just wanted to high five that chick because I was like, that is me. I know I've used the words, questioningly and abruptly like 200 times, because I can't think of another word for abruptly, especially not one that's less than 5 syllables off the top of my head.
Here's the worst part. I have all these charts that are like, use this word instead of this word, and I never can fucking find them when I need them. I have them saved on a file on my computer, and I can never find them when I need them. And I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. I'll look it up later.
Right? I'll get to it when I get to it. So yeah. Research is an ongoing, never-ending goal, but I always put it on the list just to remind myself that, there is shit that I should be looking up. And right? And my bullet journal trial with my 8 weeks was a success. I like my bullet journal system.
That's awesome.
And I did fall off the wagon for like 2.5 weeks, but my system works. I like having that daily chore chart of things that if I just look at the chart and check shit off the chart, I did what I needed to do for the day. The rest of my day is free time. I really like having that chart. And I really like my templates. So my secondary goal of BuJo for my 8 weeks trial was a success. And I'm keeping my system the way that it is. It's working for me. And I don't really have any other like BuJo related goals, just to keep up the good work. And,
keep up the good work, yo.
Yeah. I did okay. There are some things that like I ordered a gift for my friend the other day and I forgot to write down the order number and all that kind of stuff. And I'm annoyed because I didn't even get a shipping confirmation number. So now I'm like, did you even ship the damn thing? It's been 8 days since I ordered it. Like, am I not going to get a shipping? Because it's from like it's just one of those little, I can't even think of what it's called. But anyways, it's one of those mass-produced China companies. They call themselves like bestseller, e-seller or something like that. And they've got like leftover costumes and stuff like that. So, yeah, I was buying my friend.
A lot of times with companies like that, I get an email confirmation with a, I don't necessarily get a tracking number, but I definitely get the confirmation number, the order number. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. I've been waiting for the shipping confirmation because it said my product should be here in 6 days, but I don't know if it's even shipped yet.
Yeah.
And, so yeah, things like that because I didn't get because I didn't get the number that I was expecting, I never wrote it down. Yeah. And I know that I never did, but that's the kind of thing I usually record on my spread. I've got plenty of blank room on my default spread, and that's the kind of thing that I order or, write down. So that was a success. I don't really have any, equatable goal for the next 2 months other than to keep up the good work.
There you go.
And taxes is the only other thing I can think of that I'm like, I gotta do it.
Yeah.
And
mine are done.
Lucky you. I hate doing taxes. Only because
that's why I take mine to an H&R Block representative, and I'm not just like, I hand it to them and I'm like, here you go, have fun. And I sit there and watch them work.
I'm really interested in what goes on. I'm thinking about taking some tax classes, whether I get a certification or not, just because I'm going to be a freelancer for the foreseeable future. I don't know if this SEO thing will lead to a position at a company. It usually doesn't. And it's not going to be a 1040 for me. Oh no, it's going to be that scary 1099.
Oh no, not one of those. Those are
Oh yeah. So I want to be prepared is basically what it boils down to. I am serious about this. I want to be prepared. And I'm the only one that really has the patience for the taxes anyways around here. I do the family's taxes. I do several people's taxes every year. I know what I'm doing, but I'm not looking forward to all of these new tax changes because I finally got to where I knew what I was doing. And now these new Trump tax credits and changes and all that kind of stuff, they sound great up front, but just in the research that I've been doing, because you're like married filing jointly went from 16,500 last year to 24,000 this year. It went up by almost 50%.
It did.
But they completely took away your qualifying dependent. So someone who had like adult children working for them or living with them who weren't working, someone who or any family member really who was living with you but not working, they had less than the 4,000 and I think it's like $4,025 or something like that. 4,000 basically. You don't get credit for those people now. You get like a one-time $500 credit. And there's a lot of things like that where I'm like, man, I don't want to tell these people that it changed. So I'm not looking forward to doing it. And, I was just getting good. I knew what I was doing and they changed it.
How dare they?
Yeah, so now I've got to figure it all out before everybody comes to me like, hey, why didn't you bring up my taxes? And I'm like, why didn't you bring up your taxes? So yeah, I help people with their taxes, by the way. I don't know if it's like some kind of criminally incriminating to say that I do their taxes for them when I am not certified. I am not certified. I do not do people's taxes for them. I help them because I used to know what I was doing. Just to be clear. So,
now everyone's changed and you can't help them anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone's going to come up to you and be like, can you help me with my taxes? I'll be like, nope, not anymore.
I looked it up becoming like a certified tax preparer, and it's not actually difficult, but it is expensive. You have to buy your own $5,000 bond.
Yeah.
And your insurance bond. And I'm like, well, that's not going to happen anytime soon. I haven't had a job in a really long time. So I'm not going to be buying $5,000 worth of anything.
Nope.
But yeah. So anyways, that is pretty much the gist of my goals. I have a few other things that are just kind of like weird and personal and nerdy, like just like keeping up with my social life, basically. Like that's kind of a weird personal thing. I'm not going to go into detail since I don't even use my actual last name on this YouTube stream, but I just want to keep up the good work, basically. I did a couple of good things and I'm like, hell yeah, I'm really excited about that happening on a regular basis and that kind of thing. And I just want to keep it up. So that's a personal thing, but I don't know if I should really put it on my goals sheet.
Do all the things.
I know, right?
That's what your goal is. Do all the things.
Exactly. And hopefully that'll be my goal for the next 30 years of my life. And by then I will be sufficiently ready to retire.
There you go. See?
Not only 30 more years. It's only 30 more years.
Yeah, what's 30 more years?
Let me tell you, these last 30 years of my life have not been gentle. I don't think anybody's is. I think that's a misconception that everybody has, that somebody out there has had a gentle life. I think, there's a beast in every life. It just comes in a different form.
Yeah.
And
mine is finances.
My finances have definitely been one of my main beasts. I feel like I've had a hydra coming at me, and every time I'm like, haha, I did it. 2 more spread up. That's what my life has felt like for the last 6 or 7 years. Every time I chop something off, I just invited 2 more problems. So, yeah. That is the gist of as much as I'm actually going to reveal on YouTube for Internet and Infinity. How about you? Because you have actually got quite a few very serious goals that you need to meet in the next 6 months or so.
I do. I am already behind on all of my goals except maybe a couple. So for January and February, okay, before I go into this, let me reveal that my plan at the end of 2018 for 2019 as a year as a whole, I wanted to write 12 books. I wanted to basically write 1 book a month. Now, that being said, 12 books for me, my novels are short, they're $50K a month. So basically I wanted to do NaNoWriMo every month. I can do that. I complete it in April and July and November and usually get 60,000 plus words every single time. That was not an issue for me to do 50,000 words a month. However, my goal was also to publish 12 books, not the same 12 books I wrote, just saying. I have 5 books that are in various stages of editing and rewriting process that were part of the 12 books that I was going to publish this year that are not ready for publication yet. So at the end of 2018, those were my yearly goals. Those were literally the only yearly goals I had. I've been breaking them up into the months now. So that leads me into January, February. Because the very first goal on my list was to write 2 of the books that I wanted to publish this year. These were 2 that I wanted to write, edit, and publish this year. My original goal, when I created my 2019 yearly goal, these books were actually supposed to be done by the end of 2018. They rolled over into 2019 due to issues on my end because I'm an idiot. It's all good. And the 2 books I was trying to write were Damned and Deadly, which I am still writing. I have 10,000 words left.
Wow, we're working on it.
Getting there. And Damned and Demonic, which is the last one in that trilogy that I wanted to rapid release. I wanted to release them 2 weeks apart starting in March. That's not happening now, just so you know. My goal is to release them so that I could start releasing them on my birthday, basically. It's not going to happen.
Oh, damn it, man.
It's not, because I want all 3 done and in editing stages before I even think about putting up a pre-order link.
Yeah.
And I haven't even written the 3rd one yet. So, not happening. But I failed that goal. My goal was to write those 2 books. They didn't get done. And I have no one to blame but myself. In fact, actually, I laugh about it and kick myself in the ass for it all day long. It's all good. I'm okay with this. Next goal was to read 8 books. I accomplished this. I read 8, 9, 10, 14 books. I read 14 books between January and February. And during these 8 books, my goal is to read 1 nonfiction book a month. I did read 1 nonfiction in January and February. And thanks to Tamara doing her writer's workshop where she does, she wants to start doing basically a monthly chat revolving around 1 writing related book. In February's book was Newsletter Ninja. I can leave a link below. It's not there right now, but I can leave a link. There's a link to her channel, but I will also leave a link to that video if you want to watch that chat. And then next month, it looks like we're going to be talking about Right to Market by Chris Fox. If I'm remembering the correct book, I'll have to double check that information. Don't quote me on that. But so I did read 2 nonfiction books and I read 14 books total. So mission accomplished there. Sunday live streams. My original goal when we started this was to do a live stream every weekend on Sunday. We did 1 in January. However, thanks to the fact that I did the let's write an hour a day every day for the rest of February challenge thing, and we did live streams, even though they were on Sunday, I counted them. So technically, I did accomplish this goal because not only did we do 5 live streams, we did 10 live streams total, including yesterday's.
Oh, wow.
So technically, if I didn't have the word Sunday and just live streams, I did accomplish that goal.
Note to self. Minimize labels, just live stream.
Just live stream. My next goal was to finish getting my credit cards and my finances up to date. Thanks to the fact that we got all of our stuff for our taxes at the end of January. My husband and I, Justin, filed our taxes the first week of February. And we actually, yesterday, we paid our final credit card off that we had to get caught up yesterday. Like, I was literally at 11:30 last night paying the last credit card. All of our finances are caught up. Goal accomplished.
Woo! That's a big deal.
This has not happened in months. Like, I am always a month or 2 behind in all of my bills. Water bill, 2 months behind. I think the only one that is always on time is the electricity, and that's because we have pay-as-you-go. They cut my power off as soon as it goes into the negative area. It can be negative 1 penny, power gets cut off. That's the only one that stays up to date. Everything else stays like a month to 2 months behind just because I'm like, oh, we've got extra money, and it turns out we don't because we haven't paid a bill. So
that is never fun.
yeah,
That realization, especially when you've done it again. Like, oh, I did it again.
yeah. And
Oh!
I'm the kind of person that in the past I would sit and like calculate every single penny and where it was going towards. And if either one of us got a drink on the way home from work, I was like, damn it, that was money that could have gone towards this bill. I'm just
You've said
horrible.
in your streams before, though, that having kids really changes that.
It does. And a lot of people are like, you'll miss when they're little and stuff like that. And I never did miss it until now when I'm thinking about how much more I spend because the fact that the kids are also eating food that I used to get while they were on WIC and baby formula.
Yeah.
The amount of food that I buy now just to feed them. I'm happy with eating like 1 or 2 meals a day. They're hobbits, man. They want first breakfast, second breakfast, lemonsies,
All the
midnight
time.
snack. My daughter woke up at like 3 o'clock this morning. I was already awake because I have been dealing with insomnia lately. And I hadn't gone to bed yet at 3 o'clock this morning. And she woke up and she was like, I'm hungry. And I was like, go get yourself a snack, go back to bed. I was just like, I'm not dealing with this. But yes, so I accomplished the goal of getting our credit cards up to date and our finances up to date. And I'm very excited about that because that was literally down to the wire as of 11:30 last night.
Ooh.
So I almost did not accomplish that. The next one on my list was beta reading.
Did you look at the list and then realize you needed to accomplish that one before the stream today?
No, it was one of those things that we were literally just waiting for our tax money to come back. And actually, I was fully prepared to miss this goal because of the fact that when I was calculating, I was like, oh, we're not going to have our tax return back until after March starts. So I thought the first weekend of March, and we got it. We got our tax return yesterday. So I was just like, this is stuff we were already planning on using the tax return for. It needs to be done before we even think about using the tax return on anything else, kind of thing.
Yeah.
The next goal on my list was beta reading. I was asked to beta read a project. My goal, if you watched the one live stream we did in January, that was talking about goals. Actually, it was talking about BuJo's, but we mentioned goals a lot in it. So actually, it would be the live stream before our last live stream in 2018, honestly. I was asked to do a beta reading project, and in that live stream, I mentioned that I wanted to get at least 4 chapters done. I got 4 chapters plus a prologue done, and due to some things, I did not continue from there, but I did get that goal accomplished because my goal was to finish 4 chapters. So I did accomplish the goal I set, but I didn't end up finishing the beta reading project for reasons I won't go into detail on this stream. My next goal was to learn iMovie. At the time, I had just gotten Mac Mardigan, which is my lovely Mac that I have now. I love you, Mac Mardigan. But I didn't know if I could use the same program, my video editing program that I used on my PC on Mac. So I was like, I know iMovie is their editing program. I need to learn it. And then, of course, I wrote that goal down, and it turned out I can use my editing program. So I was like, screw it. I've got a subscription to that editing program. I'm using it.
Yeah.
So I did not accomplish that goal, but I also crossed that goal out as soon as I learned that I no longer needed that goal.
Right.
The last goal was also one I didn't accomplish, but that's for other reasons. I have written down that I needed to do appointments. I have 3 teeth, my wisdom teeth, that need to be pulled. I need to get my eyes checked. I need to see a doctor. I haven't been to see a doctor since my youngest was born because, life insurance. But not life insurance, medical insurance.
Yeah.
So, and you would think I had medical insurance last year. I didn't go do it, though. But the reason this didn't get accomplished was because of the fact that with my quitting my job, all of our health insurance stuff was with my job instead of my husband's. And he actually is getting ready to start a new job, which our health insurance will be through that new job. But there's been a month lapse of health insurance because of the fact that it didn't meet up the way we originally thought it would.
Yeah.
Because the original plan was for me to keep working until he started his new job, and that didn't happen. I got tired of work. So yeah, that goal did not get accomplished for that reason. And then, of course, the kids also have appointments too. That's the reason I wrote appointments, because it's not just for me; it's for them as well.
Gotcha.
Everyone's already got doctor's appointments scheduled for March, though, so it will get accomplished.
Yay!
Eventually. So I had
my monthly goal. You should meet it.
Yeah, total I had 7 goals to accomplish, which is a lot less than I normally do when you really think about it. The baiting, Dana, the beta reading goal, the goal I'd written down, I did accomplish. It was just I didn't finish beta reading, which I emailed about. So there's reasons I didn't go into on stream about why I didn't finish beta reading that project. But I did finish the goal I had set for that beta reading project. I still feel bad about that. I'm a horrible person.
No, you're better than me.
But okay. Did you already go over your goals that you're going to do? Yeah, you did. You went over the goals you wanted to do, accomplish for March and April. God damn.
Yeah, I kind of jumped back and forth between them the whole time.
Stay focused, Joe.
Right?
One thing at a time. Okay, hold your horses.
Yeah, I know. I've kind of got this like trajectory that I'm trying to make sure that my life follows, just loosely, because I know better than to try really hard. So a lot of my goals carry over. Like I accomplished my SEO certification, which now carries over to me actually putting it to use and getting my clients' websites together so that I can compose my resume and start looking for more clients.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing.
Mine kind of do too, because now I'm going to go ahead and go into my 7 new goals.
I was about to say, you still got to get to your new ones.
So I was literally writing these goals down 5 minutes before we did this live stream. Just saying. Just saying. Usually
I don't know what you're talking about. That's just no.
Usually I'm the kind of person that I'll have my
immediately before hitting the live button. You lie.
See, I'm the kind of person I'll know like February 1st what goals I'm not going to accomplish by the end of the month and what I'll need to do come March, April. Today was not one of those days. Today I was like, because some of my stuff didn't get accomplished until 11:30 last night, that I thought was going to roll over into the next month. That's why I was doing it 5 minutes before the stream. Plus, this morning, the girls got on the bus. I went over to my mom's place, picked her up. We went to Lewisburg and we picked up some chickens.
Woo, that's always fun.
We have little chocobos running around at my parents' place right now, because that's what I'm calling them. I'm calling them chocobos. They're not chicks anymore. They're all tiny little chicks. They're chocobos now.
There is
15, 21. We picked up 21 chicks.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yu-Gi-Oh! Or one of the shows like Yu-Gi-Oh! I honestly don't watch a lot of shows like Yu-Gi-Oh! So I don't know. But it's one of those card game shows. And they called a monster a Coca-Kakapoo.
A Coca-Coca?
I cracked the fuck up for 3 days. I couldn't stop it. Well, every time something would happen, I'd be like, go, Coca-Kakapoo, go!
Chocobos, for those who don't know, are a bird-like creature in the Final Fantasy video game series that you can ride. I will post a picture of one into the chat. So if you're not a gamer, you won't necessarily know this, but a chocobo is a bird you can ride in the Final Fantasy games. And I absolutely adore chocobos. They are the greatest thing ever. And of course, because my husband was playing the Final Fantasy game yesterday, doing a chocobo mission, by the way. I had chocobos on the brain when we had to pick up chicks today, and I was like trying to think of names to call one of the chicks that I'm like, I really want this chick. And I was like, oh, he's gonna just be my little chocobo. And I was like, oh, they're chocobos. I cracked up.
I call all of our asshole roosters, I call them Coca-Cakapoos. I don't even remember what the monster looked like on the show. I just remember it was so funny to me. I'm like, that's one of the differences in language. Coca-Kakapoo is a hilariously funny, not in a good way, almost dirty name in English. Caca-poo. I mean, just Coca-Kakapoo. And I thought it was the funniest damn
It's
thing.
the
And so
best.
now I call all the asshole roosters coca-cackapoos. There's a certain age where, like, up to a certain age, roosters are just as friendly, or little cockerels are just as friendly as your little pullets. That's like teenager and younger chicken words. And then once they hit puberty, some of the boys start giving you positive attention, and some of the boys just don't want shit to do with you, and you better stay away from their hens. So when they start copping an attitude, I'm like, look, you little coca-cacapoo, you're getting ready to eat coca-caca stew if you keep this up. Like, you will get chopped. And so yeah, it stuck. And my sister didn't want it to stick. She's the chicken person. She didn't want it to stick. She was like, no, we're not calling them coca-cacapoos. And I'm like, it's happening. You can't stop it. It's already happening.
Oh, that is
So happy
fantastic.
about it,
I
but
love it.
as you can tell by how much I'm still laughing, I still think it's hilarious.
It
I
is.
did this months ago, and for some reason, I think it's the funniest damn thing. I can't even really put my finger on it because I'm not like a big fart or poop joke person. But I mean, I can appreciate a good one every once in a while, and apparently this one just pushed me over the edge. So
It cracks you up.
oh yeah, I might have to steal your chocobo's name.
I love
Especially
calling them chocobos.
like a seals and shamos that stand upright.
Yeah.
I definitely might have to start calling those chocobos because I didn't even think about that until then. It's just the cutest damn thing.
Yeah.
As soon as you said it, I had to look it up because I knew what it was, but I was thinking the Roadrunners. I'm like, it's from a show or a game or something, and they're the ones that almost look like Roadrunners.
Yes,
But
they do look like Roadrunners. They're yellow Roadrunners.
Ostrich next thing.
Yep.
And so yeah, that's my chicken commentary for your activities of the day.
Yep. So I got home. We changed the time because originally this stream was supposed to be at 1 p.m. my time instead of 2 p.m. my time. And I changed the time because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be back from getting the little chocobos. And it was correct to change the time because I think I got back and started setting up 20 minutes before the stream went live.
Yeah, you did. So, you hit me up with links and everything like that like 13 minutes before it was time to go live.
And I thought I sent the link to the group chat, and apparently I sent it to you only, probably because you and I had been talking back and forth about the chocobos.
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
Oops. But
hey,
anyways.
You got the link out, though. You know, I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I would have been like, I don't know how to copy the URL. Don't make me think. I know what vanity metrics are. Leave me alone.
But as far as my goals go for March and April, because we are marching forward, I love the title. I'm a fan of puns. If you guys have puns, I'm all for them. I'm just saying. I am here for all of the puns. And I was telling Amy when I was trying to create this stream, I was like, I need a name for this video. I don't want to call it January, February goals recap and March, April goals, whatever. I was like, I need a shorter name. And she was like, what about marching forward? And I was like, we're doing it.
Going with it.
So I'm all for puns. Bring them on. But goals for March and February. I keep saying March and February. Why?
Oh, I already know what the May one is going to be. I'm sorry to cut you off. But since all of our goals are about moving forward, I think you're going to love it, but I don't know if I cram too many puns into one thing.
Okay.
May the 4th be with June. May the Force be with you. May the 4th Star Wars Day, because I know how much you love.
I love Star Wars.
You love Star Wars. May the 4th be with June.
This is not my wallet. I have a bullet journal. I have a bullet journal holder up there that's got Star Wars fabric as well. My tarot card deck thingy, I've got fabric to have a tarot card bag made, and it's Star Wars. I'm not my jacket that's sitting on the chair is not a Rebels jacket.
I thought you might appreciate it, but I wasn't sure if I tried to cram too many in at one time.
May the 4th be with June. I like it. We're going to go with it. You know what? I don't care if it works. We're going to go with it. But anyway, so goals going forward. I have 7 again. Again, it's a lot less than I used to do. but there's a lot more details in each single one than I used to do, because I used to list every single thing out individually, and now I kind of cram them up. If they're similar, I cram them together. My first goal, I don't know if anyone else has noticed from my live streams how I've been itching and how I've got marks everywhere. My house is now infested with bed bugs. It's been fantastic. We've actually had the bed bug infestation for a couple months now, and we've been trying to get rid of it, and every time we think we've gotten rid of it, it comes back. But 2 nights ago, when my husband was at work, another coworker of his, he got into a conversation with a coworker of his who used to be a pesticide expert, who used to work for some company like Terminix or one of them. I don't remember which one he said. He told us the correct way to treat our house to get them fucking gone. So my very first goal is to treat the damn house the correct way, because apparently we've been doing it wrong. And now we know why. It's because the sources you find on the internet are from pesticides companies, so that you call them when it doesn't work. Which is exactly what we were at. We were at the point where, like, I'm ready to call a pesticide expert. I'm like, I want them gone. So yeah, we're gonna be treating our house. Yay!
That's gonna
be it. And apparently, it's not a one and done thing. It's a 2-month process.
Oh yeah, no, nothing like that ever is.
So that's my goal.
Off and on for a while, and they still resurface. Well, we live way back in the woods, so there's just like more molds than there is in like suburban type areas anyways, and it's really easy for everything to get a hold. So I've had mold problems off and on over the years.
I have never dealt with bed bugs. I thought they were an urban myth, honestly, until we got them. And I still don't know how exactly we got them, because they just showed up. And actually, Justin was the first one to have issues. He would have red marks on he has wounds on his feet, around his ankles, from where they were biting his ankles, but I would not have anything. So we thought maybe he was having an allergic reaction, or he was sweating too much. Nope. It wasn't until they started affecting me that we realized what it was.
That's a sucky story all the way around.
And we've been dealing with this for, I want to say, a couple months, but honestly, it's been a lot longer than that. I don't even know when it started, because I don't have a record of when Justin started having random wounds pop up on his legs, because his were not just simple bug bites. His were large open wounds, because he was having a negative reaction to them. But
sucky.
Yeah, it all sucked. But yeah, and then let's see, the next goal after that is, again, to read 8 books, 2 of which have to be nonfiction. Some of these are just transferring over from the January, February, because the next one is live streams. I dropped the Sunday and just put live streams. There is a new schedule in the description below this video, or to the side.
You hashed it out with Dana and Nicole and a couple other people, I heard.
There are several people listed and the times that they're doing live streams. So that is one of my goals, is to do at least 5 live streams. I believe within 2 months I will definitely have accomplished that goal. My 4th goal is to finish the Damned and Dangerous series. I have 2 books left. I have 10,000 words left on Damned and Deadly, and then I have 50,000 words on Damned and Demonic, which is the last one. I'm finishing them, damn it. I'm finishing it.
Do you think you'll finish them in the next 2 months?
I will finish them in the next 2 months. I better well damn it do it. Because then my next goal after that is to edit that series so I can get them published, because I would like to get them published. I'm not, as much as I would like to say April, I'm not going to say April, and that's only because my cover designer is extremely busy. I do have the ebook covers for all 3 books. However, because I was trying to finish writing them, she doesn't have the information she needs in order to do the paperback covers, and I want to release paperback and ebook at the same time. So while I'm pretty certain I can have them ready to publish by April, I'm not certain I'll have the paperback covers until May. So I won't say I'll publish them in the next 2 months, but I will say that they'll be ready to publish in the next 2 months. Next goal, I want this was another transfer one. All the appointments, I said they're already scheduled for between March and April. We're good to go. Those will get accomplished hopefully, but that's on my goals list. And then the final one is to write the first draft. And it's got a big, huge maybe with it, depending on what I finish as far as the Damned and Dangerous series go, because that is my priority. So I have as a bonus goal, basically, write Silence of the Wolf, which is a sequel to, one I wrote and finished last year in 1 month. So I know I can do it. I wrote 60,000 words in less than a month because I calculated. And I think I wrote it in like total number of days that I start to finish that I actually wrote, where I was writing on certain dates. I think I only wrote 16 days. There were a lot of days where I wrote like 7, almost 8,000 words. So I know it can be done. I know I can do it. I just need to sit
now that you're trying to get yourself into the full-time writer, time management.
Yeah, time management.
Be able to recreate that.
Yep. As far as time management goes, I've got 2 things I'm hoping to help me with that. It's not a goals. It's just something that I'm using. I have 2 apps that I'm using. I'm using a simple calendar app that I downloaded off of Google Play that I plug all of my stuff into. This is what my calendar looks like right now for March. I have not updated it. It is not up to date. This is just all the stuff that was imported during February, basically. And again, it's not up to date. That's a busy month already.
Yeah.
That's helping, as well as the productivity app we were using on our live streams.
That thing just sounds hateful.
It basically is, but I'm learning to love it because it is keeping me on track, especially during writing sprints. The fact that it starts screaming at you when you've already finished your 5-minute break so you can get back to work, that's been very helpful. So I can't complain about it too much. As much as I would like to, I can't.
I would.
So yeah, I've got 7 goals, one of them being a bonus goal that may or may not be accomplished based on some of the other goals to accomplish for March and April. And now that I'm full-time and I'm at home, and especially since we're doing all these live streams, keep screwing up my hair by moving the headphones around, I feel confident I can get these done, at least the major ones.
Yeah, I feel good about my goals too.
Because I can do a lot during the writing sprints that we do. Always have in the past, and that the fact that last year I could accomplish so much while working full-time, there's no reason I can't now that I'm not working full-time. This is now my full-time job. I need to start treating it like one. And I'm hoping that with these live streams, whether I'm hosting them or Dana or Nicole or Alina or Sarah or whoever is hosting a live stream, again, the list below, I think I can. And that's an awesome feeling.
Yay!
Can do this. And maybe, this is a big maybe I'll have everything accomplished so that I can start publishing in April. Doubtful, because again, I think I can get it done on my end, but I'd be waiting for paperback covers. And that's where I'm like, might not happen. Yeah. But I might get surprised. She might be like, oh yes, I could do this, and I'll get it to me the next day. I'll be like, that was fast.
Well, thanks for making it so much harder.
Nicole in the comments.
It was a legitimate excuse.
Nicole in the comments wrote her goals. Thank you. She said for March goals, she wants to finish Kiss of the Arctic first draft. It must happen. 2, do a call out for beta readers. 3, order swag for giveaways. 4, order author copies of Kiss of Freedom and Kiss of Fire. 5, redo paperback covers for Kiss of Freedom and Kiss of Fire. Completed this story. Victory dance. Go! Yes! Is that the one you were working on during the live streams? I remember you said that you thought you could get it done. I can't remember if that was what you were actually working on, because you never told us the title. So I'm curious, is that what you've been working on during the live streams? And that you've completed?
If she's telling you her goals, you could send her the link real quick and she could just pop on if she's available.
We actually need to be rounding this up soon. But I will be definitely I will definitely remember so that we can have other people join us next time. I feel bad because I meant to do that this time. And apparently I sent it to the wrong chat message because I'm an idiot. 6, send bi-weekly newsletters. I still have to set, I need to add that to my goals list. I need to set up my newsletter.
Mm-hmm. I can help with that because I'm a certified SEO.
8 goals now. File taxes. Yeah, I don't have to do that. That's accomplished. Get a second vehicle. I understand that perfectly because I just relinquished the second vehicle we've been borrowing when both my husband and I were working. We borrowed one of my parents' vehicles, and I just relinquished it today, and already I'm like, I'm stuck here with no vehicle. Fuck. Damn it. And then her 9th goal is to read a friggin' book.
That's always a good one for writers. We mentioned that earlier.
Reading has slowed down so much since starting this damn fast drafting process. So yes, that's the one she has been working on the live streams. Congratulations. Yes.
Woo-hoo!
Round of applause, victory dances, all of them. We love it when people can accomplish the things they want to accomplish. So yes. I actually have a page. This is slightly off topic, but I actually need to add some things to it. So it is slightly on topic. I have a page in my BuJo called Achievement Unlocked.
Oh, yeah.
And every little accomplishment, no matter how small. In fact, actually, one of the things I need to add here is filed taxes. Every little accomplishment goes on here. So like last night, I added credit cards paid off, bills caught up. Yes. Achievement unlocked. You gave me more goals, Nicole. I don't like that. It's fine. It's something I needed to do anyway.
That achievement unlocked thing too. That's kind of cool.
I love the achievement unlocked. I'm going to keep that up because that definitely, especially like when you go back, I did not do that last year, but at the end, when I was writing this BuJo, I went back and started listing all the things that I accomplished.
I remember
and I
talking
wrote
about that with you.
2018 successes. And I had to actually sit there and think about what I actually accomplished because I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
And like the very first thing that I wrote on here was the one thing that it took me the longest time to remember. And it says celebrated 5 years of marriage with Justin because as of last year, I've been married 5 years. This year, I've been married 6 years now. But that was like the first thing I accomplished last year because our wedding anniversary is January 4th.
You had to think about that one there for a second.
I almost said 5th, and I don't know why. I don't know why I stumbled on that because Justin's the one that can never remember it. I always remember it. He must be telling someone about our anniversary right now, too, and getting it wrong. But so, yeah, I absolutely adore the Achievement Unlocked page because you got to celebrate all of those little accomplishments. The other one I have to add is the fact that Justin's starting a new job. While it's not my Achievement Unlocked, it is a Achievement Unlocked because it is what his getting this job is honestly the only reason I am able to be full-time from home.
Yeah.
So I got to celebrate that.
And he deserves it.
But yeah, so that's what we have accomplished. That's what we're planning to accomplish. And next time I will definitely send out a link to whoever wants to join us live. You are more than welcome to. I'm sorry we couldn't do it this time. It's partially due because I'm an idiot and didn't send out the link to the right group. It's partially due to the fact that I'm frazzled from getting in late and the fact that I've got to hurry this stream along because I do have to get off here to go get my kids from the bus stop. Otherwise, they'll be dragged up to the school and I have no car to go get them. So, yeah,
we're not being late today, damn it.
Kind of needed to keep this short. So, I'm sorry, but next time everyone is welcome to join us. If you do bi-monthly goals, feel free, join us. Let us know in the comments what you're doing for your goals and how you plan on accomplishing them because goals are awesome. Adulting is fun.
Ugh. I'm so, like, I love that joke in my mind, but then every time I try to crack it, I got this little voice in the back of my head that's like, it's not. Why would you even say that?
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could crack the joke. I'm just not that funny.
Yeah. That's why I love puns. They don't necessarily have to be funny.
Oh, man. I just looked forward on the calendar to see when May starts, and it starts on a Wednesday, but if we were to do the goal stream on a Saturday, oh, we always did them on a Sunday, didn't we?
We were doing them on Sunday.
Okay, yeah, because Saturday is the 4th. So I was about to say, if we had moved it to Saturday, we could have been on the 4th.
I mean, we might still do that. We could totally do that.
I think we could. We'd have to make sure that we split our schedules.
Yeah.
Oh, and I can put another costume on my little person.
You can put another costume on your person. It has to be Star Wars related though.
Oh, I've got a plan.
Good job. I like how you said that too. Oh, I've got a plan.
Well, I thought of it already. When I was trying to think of the pun for May. I'm like, May the 4th, of course.
Okay. So
anyways,
the next stream will be on a Saturday. The next bi-monthly stream will be on a Saturday because we're going to do it on May 4th because I'm loving this idea. I'm sorry. I have to go with it. So, yes. The next stream will be called May the 4th be with June. Correct? Did I get it right?
Yeah.
And it'll be on May 4th, which is a Saturday.
We're doing this. A bi-monthly goals stream.
It'll be a bi-monthly goals stream. I'll have to work out the hour because there's 2 streams on Saturday, but I need to make sure I don't coincide with their streaming time.
Yeah.
So I don't have an hour yet, but I will get one. I'm going to try to aim for the same time we've been doing these live streams, so the normal time, so 1:00 p.m. Eastern time. That's what I'm going to aim towards, but it will depend on who's streaming what times on Saturday. But it will happen on Saturday. So, and anyone, like I said, anyone's welcome to join us. But that is all for today. God damn these bug bites. Sorry. It's getting worse.
I know, it's very deflating.
It is.
To have something like that to deal with.
I don't wish this on my worst enemy, just so you know. I don't dislike a lot of people, but even those I dislike greatly, I do not wish them. I do not wish bed bugs upon them at all, ever. I swear to God. No.
I've been very lucky. I've never had to deal with it.
Oh, I hate it so much. It probably wouldn't bother me as much if I knew where it had come from.
Yeah.
That's the part that bothers me the most. I'm like, where did it come from?
I struggle with fleas in the summer months because I live in the woods. So I know exactly where it comes from, but there's not a damn thing I can do about it.
Oh, Nicole, that's not right. Nicole put in the comments, adulting is like someone taking all your chocolate, your free time, and telling you can never have it back. That's not nice. I love my chocolate, man.
Oh. Yeah, I can't imagine that. I mean, I can imagine punching the person who said that to me.
I missed some comments apparently. Tegan, did I say that right? I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong. If I'm pronouncing it right, Tegan said, I'm dedicating March to just replotting and outlining my story, and then April I want to fast draft this manuscript. Also said, I struggle every day to adult. Yes. It was much easier to adult when I didn't have kids. And let's face it, I was 19 when I had my oldest, so I still wasn't an adult. I don't care what anyone says the legal age is. I was not an adult. I pronounced it wrong, didn't I? Oh, I bet I pronounced it wrong. I'm going to have to look that up because now I feel bad because I'm pretty certain I pronounced that wrong. I'll forewarn everyone on this stream, I am horrible with names. It can be spelled anyway, normal, different. I'll still probably get it wrong. Just saying. Actually, good example is Amy's sister. I still get it wrong every time. I just say Amy's sister because I know I'm going to fuck it up.
Yeah, my name is Amy. It's so plain. And I've joked about this before. My entire name has 10 letters in it. All three of the kind is 10 letters. You can't mess my name up. But I'm the only one who you can't. Like, my mom's name is weird. My sister's name is weird. Even your name is very unique. One of my closest friends' last name is Haase, and it's Haase. And so a lot of people think Haas because Haas is German, and it's got that weird ah sound. Everybody I know except for me has a unique name. And I'm like, damn it, everybody always gets my name right. Nobody ever messes up my short ass name.
I just looked up the pronunciation, and I think it's if this is. I'm scared to pronounce it.
I can't see the comments, so I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Taigan. If the pronunciation thingy that I just looked up is right, is it Taigan? Taigan. I will get it right someday. Taigan. Yeah, bed bugs are just the worst thing ever. I hate them. They suck so much, donkey dick. I don't think I've ever used that before, but it definitely fits.
I don't think I've ever heard you say it before.
I usually say monkey balls or something like that, but this is just definitely Taken. Taken.
You were close the first time.
I said Tegan the first time.
Yeah.
So Taken. I'm still probably getting it wrong. Knowing my luck, but she put the pronunciation in the chat.
Comment section?
Yes, that. Thank you. I can't brain anymore. My brain is gone.
Yep. I find myself getting distracted. I just got an email.
That's okay. Every time I write Nicole's name, I keep wanting to leave the E off the end. Just like people do with mine, because Sky. SKYE is how you spell my name. And no, it is not short for Skylar. I swear to God, that bothers me so much for reasons I can't explain because I just can't explain it. It's not short for Skylar. Oh, I'm so sorry.
What'd she say?
Just got told that our apartment complex has bed bugs now. It is Tegan. Okay, I did get it right. Yes.
Yeah.
And see, now that we've done all this and spent like 5 minutes trying to figure out how to pronounce it, I will get it right every single time.
Pronunciate?
Yeah, that.
That sounds like something I would say.
What are words?
I'm just going to blame it on the Coca Cockapoo and keep on going.
But anyways, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up because I do need to get going. I've got about 10 minutes before I have to be out at the bus stop. If you want to do your sign off real quick.
Hello, Internet in Infinity. My name is Amy Nobody. I don't have any social media links or website or anything like that to share because I don't use it. And I'm going to have to set up an author platform at some point, and I'm going to be doing my freelance work under a DBA, so there's that too, but I'm putting that off as long as I possibly can because I just don't want to do it. And I'm here working on my first rough draft for my first book, and it is crawling along, but that's what got me into these bi-monthly goals was I had started doing some writing sprints with Sky. I think I started with a nano. I think that was the first time that I was like, Sky, hold my hand so I'll finish it. And I made it through that, and that's how I got to be in these bi-monthly goals. And yeah, I'm SEO certified. That was my big goal, and I'm very proud of myself. So Woo! that's the gist of nobody in particular.
Yep. All right. And I'm Sky. I write urban fantasy under the name SD Haggis. Nothing out yet, but there will be something eventually this year. If I accomplish these goals, that is. But yes, you can find me. All my social media links are below. The description for this video is very long because it includes a new live stream schedule. We're going to be trying to do lots of write-ins. The live stream schedule listed below does not include anyone's like regular video times or even like live streams like this one where they do it talking about goals. It is just for write-ins that I know of. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty certain these ones are just for write-ins, these live streams that are listed below. And I've got links to everyone's channels for those live streams down below as well. But join us next time we are going to be doing our next bi-monthly goals stream Saturday, May 4th. Probably at 1 p.m., but I'm not going to hold that because it's a ways off, and there's 2 other streams that happen on Saturday. I want to make sure I don't overlap. So there's that. Anyways, that is all for now. So until next time, we will talk to you guys later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.